Host for today, and we are going to play some more GreedFall today, because it wouldn't be a week without having to fix the bad luck technical nightmare that is GreedFall. And I say bad luck technical nightmare in a completely fun, joking way, naturally, because it isn't the game that's doing it. Something is going wrong with something in the house every time I try to play this game. It's usually nothing to do with my PC. In this case, it was to do with my PC, but that's beside the point. Yeah. I do like this game, but it's completely separate. It's luck. I'm certain of it. There's something weird. I don't know if this game is haunted or what, but it always seems to break something. And it has nothing to do with the game, because it broke before I loaded the game up. Its existence fundamentally destroys things on Thursdays. Or Thursday is just the day that things break. Yeah. Yeah, caveats as normal. I am still feeling a little bit under the weather. Not feeling too bad right now, but still a little under the weather, so there's a chance I'll be a little less gung-ho today's show as normal. So just giving a bit of warning for that. And anything else? Oh yeah, the cats are in the house, so there's a chance that at some point there'll just be some yowling and I'll have to run. So, let's get into the game now, shall we? I rewatched the entirety of Wise Man's Grandchild last night. It's still a great anime. I was fancying something light-hearted. Something light-hearted, over the top and fun. And I was looking at my list of anime and I was going, yeah, that's a good choice. Oh yeah, I forgot we'd actually upgraded our armor. What quest do we have? Ulan Modun. Oh yeah. That's what we were doing. We were trying to sort out like this particular clan's dealings with the Bridge Alliance. I was hoping that it would bring the Bridge Alliance's rep up a bit, because I like the Bridge Alliance. They're not perfect, but who is, right? Didn't play any Dark Souls last night, though. I literally just was feeling in the mood for some anime because I was feeling ill. So I was just going... That actually caught me off guard. Yeah, so I just went, I fancy some anime. I forgot how just funny that anime is. And how much of a beast the main character is. Like, my god. So the concept, one of the concepts which I really liked from that show was pretty much, so for reference, basically, it's an isekai anime, like classic reincarnated, died and done Earth, reincarnated, different world, insane and overpowered character. Got it. This particular one is quite funny because the main character is broken. They very readily accept that. Like, from the get-go, they go, this guy has some of the most insane power that we've ever seen. Okay. We just pulled that off, eh? Yeah, they from the get-go just go, yeah, the guy's power's insane. Like, absolutely batshit, over the top as hell, nuts levels of strength. Because basically what happens, the guy, as a kid, his parents get killed by a demon. Because demons are basically just things that have had their, basically they're animals and people who lose control of magic, basically. One of them kills both his parents, leaves him alive because it didn't catch him because it's rain and he's a baby. It's raining, he's a baby, and demons like notice things through heat and stuff like that. So it's like, oh, I didn't notice it. So he gets picked up by literally Merlin. It's an old dude who's like the hero of several countries, like most powerful wizard of the planet. And so yeah, he gets picked up by Merlin. And obviously Merlin teaches him how to use magic. He just raises him as his grandson. Which is why it's the wise man's grandson. We did pick it up, didn't we? Yeah. So yeah, he does that. Oh, I actually didn't know I'd been to this village. Hi.
What are you doing here, and I say? Your kind are not welcome in my village.
Ask about the alliance with Ulan.
Ulan, the king of Vignamri, wants to establish a trade agreement and sign a peace treaty with the governor of Hikmet.
This sounds like something he would do. All he ever thinks about is picking up the crumbs left behind by the Renaig sect. All of that in hope of breathing new life into his village, while insulting the memory of the deceased men and women who lived there.
Hikmet's emissary will only sign if their merchants can move freely and in peace. They want to meet you.
I am not like him. I am a Donea Exregao.
I'm guessing that's
a
the
proud
clan.
man, not a slug. The
Wow.
Renaigse cannot be trusted. They are deceitful and only seek to trap us.
Take advantage of his pride's not a bad shout. Or let Siora speak. Keep it going. I actually want to see what happens if Siora speaks. I just want to see if this is going to horribly backfire. Apparently Sierra don't work. But it was not gonna, like, kill me. So. A few of the... I know the few of the decisions, like, lock you out. So.
Siora?
Mordoon, you know me. I know the cost of war. My village has paid for it dearly. But do you not think that this is a time we made peace? Or at least a time we listen to what Ulan and the emissary have to say?
If your mother could see you, daughter of Bloodnid, how can you defend the Renaigse?
Fair enough. And I'll swear on my honor.
I understand your reluctance, Mordoon. People from the continent have not given you much reason to trust them. Yet I promise you it is just a meeting, nothing more. If what they offer you does not suit you, you will be free to refuse and come back here, unhindered.
Are you willing to swear on the name of your ancestors, Renaigse?
Yes, I swear.
Fine. I will meet Ulan and his emissary. But I will not go to his village. Tell them to find me at Landristel. I will be there in a few hours.
I will tell them right away. Thank you, Mordoon.
Seems like an alright guy.
You really know how to talk to people. I never thought you would be able to convince Mordoon. His anger towards the Renaigse is so strong.
Oh, fair enough. Do you know him?
Karans.
I mean, he actually does. Evidently knows him.
I must leave you.
No actual custom
See you
voice
later.
lines. Fair enough. You're really good at talking to people. It's like, yeah, I know. I mean, that seems perfectly fair. He really doesn't trust them, which I can understand. I mean, literally, they're at war, so that's a pretty good reason not to trust people. He's like, oh yeah, we're at war with them. So why the fuck should I trust them?
Mordoon is willing to meet you at Lanristel to sign a peace treaty.
You really are an accomplished negotiator and diplomat, Your Excellency.
I knew you would succeed. Thanks to you, the whole region will be at peace.
Do you know where this place is, Ulan?
Of course, in our language, Lanristel means Glade of Promises. It is a sacred place, one whose peacefulness must be respected. It bodes well.
In that case, we should go there at once.
Yes, I will follow you. Come back to see me soon. And if luck is on our side, we will celebrate peace together.
Ulan is acting strangely. I do not trust him.
We should go to Lanristel to check that everything is going according to plan.
And if we want to see this encounter, we should leave now.
Okay. Acting strangely. Alright. Interesting. This was a chief as well. It wasn't like the Bridge Alliance guy. It was the actual chief. Okay. And here was me thinking this would all go according to plan. To be honest, I wasn't thinking it would go according to plan, but I wasn't going to think it would be immediately betrayal. I didn't think it'd be like that. Oh, that's why they made me wait. Oh, okay. I'm going to assume they want to assassinate the guy. I mean, he's the chief of a, essentially hostile force.
Mordoon is being attacked. Let's go and rescue him.
There's the giant bears.
You are going to pay for your arrogance,
Adloredar, thank you for coming. You saved me. You kept your promise. I never thought I would ever meet an honorable Renaigse.
I'm really sorry. I never thought they would dare do such a thing.
That accursed Ulan. I should have known he would betray us both. My men are dead, and now I am injured. He achieved exactly what he wanted in the end. I will have to join another clan if I do not want my whole village to suffer the consequences of my defeat.
I'm sorry, Mordoun. I really am.
You were deceived, just like I was. Sometimes, among the stones, there can be snakes. Farewell, Bon Olmanawi. And do not let yourself be betrayed again.
He's actually a nice guy! Also, +1 reputation with the natives again. They adore me. Poor dude. Yeah, he seems quite a reasonable guy, though. He's probably like grizzled warrior type of character though, which are always kind of badasses. Like seen enough combat to know his shit. Ooh, no bassnet. Nah, it's nowhere near. I don't think it's as good as mine or and also my parties who can actually use it. Because Sierra doesn't like helmets. I'm guessing because of the, you know, the horns. Oh, I'm gonna save actually, because I've just realised we might have to fight Ulan because I got betrayed. And potentially my character can go, fuck you, I hate you, you betrayed me, you tried to stab me in the back. I'm gonna kill you and everyone you know. I'm gonna wipe your village off the map. Okay. He doesn't look happy.
Traitor! This meeting was meant to establish peace, and yet you have exclusively sent armed men.
Mordoun was a Denea ex-Regal. He would have never accepted an agreement with the Renaigse. He would have endlessly attacked our merchants and our allies' caravans. We had to protect ourselves if we were to make these exchanges possible. So we did.
By lying and manipulating me.
I am sorry, but I was unsure that you would agree to help us if I told you the truth. I understand your anger, but keep in mind that we are now at peace, thanks to you. You are now a Carranza Vignamri, and should you seek it, you will always have our assistance. Anything else?
Damn. +4 reputation.
Nothing. I must go.
Ooh, fair enough. Ooh, so close to level up. Do I get anything at 25? I think I get a stat increase, right? Yeah. Yeah, I technically have level 3 vigor. Which is what allows me to climb, like, cliffs. Which is, you know, pretty kick-ass. I think... I'm not sure if I want to keep the Vigor upgrade on my armor, though. Or just throw the point into Vigor to begin with. Because it is an option that I could just keep the Vigor upgrade, like always upgrade my gear to have +1 Vigor. Or I could start buffing up, and basically it means I'd always have level 3. Or I could have this and up my lock picking. I'm not going to do crafting. Well, actually, it could be useful, but just in case there's any story points which require level 2 crafting. Okay, what should we do? We've got main quest that way. Debts, logical conflicts. That's in the same spot. And that's in San Mateos. A lot of the things are telling me go to San Mateos. But I don't want to go to San Mateos until I've done the other quest. So I guess we're doing Trial of the Waters. Because like Althea's quest I want to do as well, but that's by the main quest. So I should probably do the main quest before going there. That's what it leads me to think. We are getting some brutal frame drops every so often. Apparently the stream isn't having issues with it though, which is nice. Ooh, this could be my level up. Is that an alpha? Yeah, it is. So max level in this game is apparently like in your 90s. So I'm guessing that yeah, you could literally make yourself just an invincible badass who has every skill in the game. I mean, I have almost 2 attributes maxed out. There's my level. Oh, how do we get a skill point? I did not realise that. Oh, a talent point, sorry. The skill point is the obvious one. Do we want anything yet? Could get backstab. Oh no, we were working on status, weren't we? So we could get shield enlightenment. Yeah, may as well. Attributes. Do I want to max out my strength or my endurance? If I max out my endurance, then I am as tanky as I can possibly be. Which isn't a bad call. It would increase my balance by 20%, which basically I think means I would essentially never be knocked over. For all intents and purposes. I've got very high balance armor. I've got a weapon which gives me extra balance. And it gives me 100 extra life, all of which is good. Or I could get level 5 strength, which would mean that I essentially can just power through everything and have the highest amount of attacks. Like, power my attacks through every single guard and launch enemies into orbit. Now, I think Endurance is going to be the one. Mainly because it gets me the extra health. Because at the moment I am having a little issue with poison things, and a little extra health ain't going to be bad. Oh! In Search of Perfection, achievement unlocked. Get rank 5 in a attribute I'm willing to bet that is. And my level 28, which is going to be probably a little while, because it's costing a lot to get my XP up now. Is going to be get my strength to max 2. And then I can start putting points into agility, which will just start increasing my melee damage. Oh, these increased fury generation as well. That'll be useful. Ooh, willpower will be useful. Increase maximum mana by 100 per rank, and increases duration of spells. That will be useful, because I'm soon to actually have some spells which matter. Okay, here's the question. I get a talent point. I get a attribute point next as well. Ooh. Oh no, 29. There. I'm not 29. It's I'm 25 at the moment, which is only a little bit older than me. Okay, so do I max out my vigor permanently, or do we get my lockpicking up? Let's get lockpicking. $1,600 health. Ooh, we actually have points going up in technique and magic power now. Oh, it's because of skills. Right. It's actually how many points I've spent in skills. So I've spent a lot of skills on attack. And I've put a lot of skills into defense. But now I need to actually get a few more. What's my balance? 291%. And 323 armor. Take a look at the rest of the party. Who do I actually have the highest balance in the party again? Not quite. She's a little bit higher than me. Why does she have high strength? Because strength is the melee damage stat, and she doesn't wield a melee weapon. I suppose it can't really be anything else, thinking about it. She's obviously majorly accuracy based, and she has decent endurance and decent strength, and okay strength, but she never uses strength. Elementary scatter shot. I wonder what that is. Okay, what health does she have? 1,950. Siora actually has 1,650, so I'm almost at the same level as Siora. Yeah, she doesn't stun very much. Listen, she's not really the party member that's gonna be powering through all enemies. She's kind of a utility character, maybe because she can fucking heal, which is the best. See, special attack restores team health and armor. She is literally the best. What does the elementary scatter shot do? I guess it's just like a huge blast. Because it's like shotgun blast, I guess. We went the complete wrong direction. But you know, we can open simple locks. What should be in a hand? Apparently, traps are going to be easier to spot. Whatever that means. I mean, before we literally couldn't see traps, so I guess anything's an improvement, right? We do need to get the maxed out lockpicking ability looks pretty good. Where you just don't trigger traps. But if we probably make sure that we've got at least a bit of vigor. Is that a climbable wall? No. We can't get to it, so it's definitely not a climbable wall. Wait, I hear enemies. And there they are. Oh, that was a shotgun blast. I'm guessing that was the elemental scatter shot she was talking about. Well, the game was talking about. Hammer time! Oh, I just got Monster's Nightmare achievement, which I'm guessing is kill a certain number of monsters. Yep, kill 600 monsters. Jesus. Also, good to know that those things all count as monsters, and they're not, like, technically called animals or something. Because I was generally wondering if there would be, like... Oh yeah, these creatures are animals, and then it's only the Guardians. I bet there's an achievement for killing every Guardian. I don't know if the Guardians respawn or not, is the thing. I don't think they do. Jesus. Travel. Okay. A day. Moment. Okay. Doesn't seem crazy there, so let's do this. Oh, it's those things again. If they're hostile or not, I'm curious. Probably hostile. Oh, no, they are hostile, yeah. Look how much health these things have. Oh, I forgot they're also poisonous.
Be careful! I'm wounded. I need healing. Your armor is broken. Soldat! You've no magic left. Drink a potion.
Magic comes back fairly fast. I don't have a ton of magic to begin with. Those things, still brutal. The tails hit like sledgehammers and they're very poisonous. Because they're like just big Komodo dragons, aren't they? As like the description it gave, it's like, oh yeah, what are they? They're Komodo dragons, but the size. They're basically Megalania, I've just realised. That basically is just a giant Komodo dragon. Also, one of my favourite animals from history. Outside of dinosaurs, pretty much. It's one of my favourites. The outside, not including dinosaurs, my favourite, like, prehistoric animals are Deinosuchus first. I mean, giant croc, what can I say? And Megalania. They're my top two. I've got a lot of other ones I like I love Smilodons and things like that. I mean, giant kitties. Dire wolves and like. Because yes, dire wolves were real. They were just big wolves, essentially. There's nothing really... nothing magic about them or anything. They are just a species of wolf that was big. But I love prehistoric animals. Oh, there's the other camp. Is that a sheep? They are sheep. This place is really pretty. I wonder in the canon what the other characters are supposed to be doing at this point. Ooh. Yeah, I need to deal with you, don't I? Oh damn, they took out Siora. Oh, that just fuck off. We need to back up. You need to make sure Siora doesn't get caught out by the Alpha again. Let's play this smart. out, we've got both level 3 vigor and a health regening amulet. But yeah, status does nothing. Yeah, that helps. Okay, we're finally making some headway on that armor, are we? Yeah. Fine, we've cracked it. These things are brutal. Why are you running kind of low on ammo? I am looking forward to having maxed out strength as well, so I can put a lot more hurt on those things. Because even with a weapon designed for cracking armor, those things have a ton. It takes a good while to crack through them. Even with a build essentially designed for it. What's up here? I'm guessing that's a quest part later on then. So by the description everyone was giving this is essentially the closest thing to a capital city this place has. If you know how big it is, yeah, this wouldn't be too off base.
Deward. Hello, my name is Desai.
Hello!
I'm the legate of the merchant congregation. May I enter?
Good day, Legate de Sarde. No, this building is closed to Renaigse.
I am Siora, daughter of Vladimir, daughter of Meb. My mother, the Mall of the Red Spears, was a member of the council.
All here remember, and the Wurst Tierse. She was a courageous Mal, but you are not yet Mal in her stead, and you do not carry her seal. I am sorry, Siora. I cannot allow you to enter.
I beg your pardon. I did not know.
I was asked to meet the council.
If I cannot enter, perhaps you could tell the elder of the council that I request an audience.
Glendon cannot speak with you, Legate. Times are difficult, and his time is precious. He only accepts to meet the members of the council or their representatives.
How can I prove that I am the representative of one of them?
If you are a trusted friend of a council member, he will give you his seal, and we would know it. I will then be glad to allow you to enter. You would be the first Renaigse to obtain such an honor.
Did I get a seal last time?
If I cannot enter,
Oh no.
perhaps you could tell the...
Glendon, you only...
How can I prove...
If you are, I will then be glad.
I will return later.
If you have a seal, you will be welcome.
Ask. Who was that? Help. Do I know a guy? Oh, that's the trap war point. Who do I know? I know someone, apparently. Oh, I know who it'll be. It'll be the doctor guy. Won't it? Yeah, there he is. Damn, it's a good thing I talked to him.
Greetings, Katasak.
Bertirtumat, what can I do for you?
Yeah, ask about Constantine. How's he doing?
How is my cousin doing?
He's filled with dread as death approaches. Forgive him his mood swings. He's such a young boy, and he had so much desire to live. Thanks to my treatment, he suffers less. But his disease is getting worse, and I don't know what to do. It would take a power far superior to mine to break the grasp of this evil.
Hey, you've stopped him being, like, wanting to
I'm looking
die
meet
from
Enormi and
pain.
Frichterman. I went all the way to the village council.
But they did not let you speak to Glendan the Elder.
Precisely. They said that only the friends of a member of the council might enter.
And my word was not enough. It seems that I must be a man to be heard.
Do not be sad, daughter of Bloodnid. One day you will be as great a chief as your mother. And you too will have a seal. This seal will allow you to give voice to the friends of your clan. Those who may speak in your name. Here, friend of Wenxavier. Take my seal and go and meet Glendan. But you must convince him and no doubt pass many trials. Many monsters and traps are hidden on the path you seek to follow.
Thank you, Katasak. Why are you helping me?
We do not wish to lose the one who placed his life in my hands. And you have already shown me your friendship.
I hope that Glendan will allow you to meet this god, cousin. Leave as soon as you can. Godspeed.
Jesus,
Have no fear.
rough, dude.
I'll do whatever it takes. I must go.
Wa awalam sek.
Excuse me. I mean, that went well. That guy is awesome. This is like the most, almost every single one of the natives I've met, he's been really cool. Now, they definitely seem mostly the ones on the right, which I quite like. It's like, okay, I had to run back to my house, and now I come back with it. I wonder what would have happened if I'd gone to like a different person first. If I'd gone to like one of the other medics. Because I'm generally curious if it changes the story. Or they probably just wouldn't have been able to do anything, but... Oh, hello, bandits.
Here comes our pay, boys! Come and taste my saber!
All these blue bloods, they aren't all tuppence.
It's still so fun seeing the enemies just get thrown by a basic hit from my hammer. I do guess that's what happens when you build into stunning enemies. Let's go all the way back. Don't trouble yourself. You'll be a badass chief one day.
You have returned. The rule is still the same, you know.
Here you go. Present the seal.
Here is the seal of the Denegad Katasach, of the village of Wenshavier.
And so you are a trusted friend of the great healer. He must see your true face and find it worthy. Enter. You are welcome.
Hey! I thought that was probably a pretty good one to get on side as well. Oh, I bet there would have been a few other ones who I could have gotten the seal from. Like if you do the extra quest, I bet there's a few options, but that's the one I had because it's what I did. You look awesome.
I give you warm greetings, Glenda. I am Disarday,
Those
legate
horns are
of the
amazing.
Congregation of Merchants.
Your merchant congregation sways me very slightly from my path. But you are a currents of Katasach. His trust in you makes me stop and look at you.
Okay, so he doesn't mind the merchant congregation.
I seek a
at least.
remedy. My cousin, as well as many other people on our island, suffer from a terrible sickness. We think that only Enon Miel Frictamen can help us find a cure.
Really? And Katasach sent you to see me?
He told me that the only way to meet with your god was to come and see you. You would judge our worthiness.
Judge your intentions? Yes, that I can do. But even if I should do this, you would have many trials.
I'm fine with this.
For the path you seek to follow has only been tread but a very few times.
Yeah, not many
You
people out.
are the first Renaigse to set foot upon it. We must begin where everything begins.
The trial of water.
There is a trial. The trial of water. It will show us the reflection of your soul.
What must I do?
You must go to a cavern and tell me what you see on the seal you will find deep in its center.
Okay.
And this cavern is guarded, I suppose.
That is true. But the simplest solution is not always the best. It is a path with many forks.
Oh, so there's options.
I hope you will prove that you understand the spirit of our people and our island. Go now. Show us your true face, and return purified by the waters of the cavern.
Okay. This information. The
What
sanctuary.
can you tell me about the sanctuary?
It is the most sacred place of the island. The hidden face, and still seen by all of you. Enol Mil Frictimen. I protected these doors like my father before me and his father before him. And still none of us have ever entered.
Oh.
Am I to gather that there has never been a High King in your family?
We are heads of the Council of Kings. And so it is prohibited for us to present ourselves.
Okay, I get you.
We must remain impartial.
I see. And so you cannot speak to me about what you find inside?
The heart of the island beats near here, the volcano. And I know that it is a place full of
I'm
life.
not surprised at all. Is there a volcano guardian? That would be awesome. Because there's a guardian of the plains, forest, mountains, and all that stuff. Is there a guardian of the volcano? Well, I guess it'd be the guardian of the heart of the island, probably. That might be the final
What
boss.
can you tell me about your god?
Ooh.
That the word God is too small to hold him. He
Powerful,
is
then.
Tir Fradi in all and everything. The wisdom of his people, the gentleness of his rivers, the strength of his volcano. You are looking for wisdom to heal Renaigse, but you still see it with the eyes of a sort of Donegat. He is much more than that. He is the essence of all life, of all magic, the spring.
Role of the council. I'm actually
Can you
curious.
tell me anything more about the role of
They
the council?
select that.
We gather here at every long night and every short night. During these nights,
the
the
equinoxes.
clans are in disagreement and come here looking for wisdom of the council, and of course also the High King. Those who have complaints against their Mal may also be heard here and find justice. And when important events take place, if the balance is threatened, then we also meet
The
here,
council of war.
so that the wisdom of all might be shared, and that we might act as a same people.
Yeah, it's the proper, like, big, important
I
political
must
thing,
leave.
basically, on the
Goodbye.
islanders here.
Qua awelem said.
Complete the trial of the waters. Okay, so there's going to be some options. Oh,
You have spoken to Glendon as you wanted. What more can I do for you?
ask about the trial of water. Sure.
I was asked to pass the trial of water. What do you know about it?
I have never passed it. Only those who must reveal their soul walk this path. The High Kings and Queens. It is a tremendous honor given to you, Renaigse.
Do you have any advice to give me?
I only know that the trial can be passed in many ways, and your choice will
Ooh.
reveal the makings of your soul. One way is through strength, the other by ruse and heart. But I know no more than this. The trials are kept secret. Anything else?
So I'm
Nothing
going to
else,
get
thank
different
you.
results
I need to leave.
Good luck.
depending on what I
And
do.
do not lose yourself in your own reflection.
Interesting. Okay. I wonder if there's multiple ways using all the skills. That'd be kind of cool. I can't imagine there'd be a way for crafting, to be honest. But there might be a way through Vigor. I have level 3 Vigor technically now. That could be handy. I'm gonna keep an eye out for
So,
walls and things.
Do you know anything about the trial that awaits us inside?
My mother passed it during the last election.
Oh, damn.
But it was Vinbar that was elected in the end.
Did she tell you about it?
A little. But it is a secret trial. It is important that you give your whole heart to it. I know that you must choose your path in your way. Combat is not necessarily the best response, even if it allows you to get to where you are going. If you are confronted with animals, remind yourself that they must feed. And there are ways of altering food to make those who eat it fall into a deep and peaceful sleep.
Is that an idea that your mother used? It's clever. Thank you.
I am going to go back to the village now. Do I have a... So there's a sleeping potion, I guess. Can I make anything? I need a crafting table, wouldn't I? Or an alchemy bench, if that's a thing. An alchemy table. It's really heavily saying to me, don't fight. Which is why I'm thinking... Need an alchemy bench. There's one in the travel thing, isn't there? Like the travel pause is one of everything, I think. I'll travel somewhere that's a very short distance away, come back, and then do it again. I just realised this is Kernigar. This is where I met the other people. Like, this is the holy place. This doesn't have an alchemy table here, is there? Use workbench. Okay. Heat potion. What's the P thing that I need? I'm gonna look up if there's like a, I don't know, knockout drug. I'll just type sleep potion, that's the easiest description. Oh, there actually literally is called sleeping potion. What do you need to make it? Which can be crafted. It is apparently sleeping potion. It only requires science 1. Do I not know how to make it? Oh no, there it is. It was a quest item. I don't know how many I need, so I'll make 2, I guess. I probably won't need more than 2. And I'll make some ammo. Oh, that says quite science level 2, never mind. Oh, so all these crafting things you can just buy. Like, it's the same upgrades, it's just you need to have levels of crafting to do it, and you basically get them for free. Interesting. But I'll have the sleeping potion. I assume that's what it means. It's gonna react differently if I, like, have a fire or things, I'm guessing. But it's probably gonna end like, oh, you passed, but you didn't pass in the right way, so... something bad will happen, essentially. And this is a main quest, so it might genuinely affect the rest of the game's story. So I'd like to do it the nicest way. And Siora's mom did pass the trial. She didn't win overall, because I'm guessing the other guy was a better leader or something. They had some reasoning. Just let them as High King instead of Siora's mum as High Queen, because she seems to be like an absolute beast from everything I've heard. Start the trial. Okay. Now, I'm assuming if there's a sleeping potion or something like that, I'll need to be stealthy. What's it gonna take?
Look, these beasts are feeding on that carcass. If only we could pour some sleeping potion on it.
I was right.
You did it. They're sleeping. We should be able to pass without...
Hell yeah. Gonna just have a look around just in case there's anything else. So that was the one that required science, basically. Just in case, I'm gonna also sneak here. So that's down there. Oh, a jump. Okay, so what's a child be assuming is down here? Wait. Oh, that was the bigger child challenge. Alright. Yeah, that was just it. Okay, we get to bypass whatever the hell that challenge was. I was just looking around. Have a look around here. There was a vigor challenge, and the jump is level 2, so I'm guessing the next one will be like a lock or something.
Watch out, another.
Look at the basin and the symbols around it. Given the island is taste for rituals and enigmas, I think you should touch the water.
Another. Oh, one of those. Well, let's see if we can get a jump on it. You're kidding me, right? Okay. Wee! Oh, fair enough. I'm guessing this is the trials then.
This must be the seal that Glendan spoke about. It looks like the silhouette of the mountain of Tirfredi. And a face is drawn within it.
So it is the mountain.
The spirit of the volcano. One of the faces of Enon Frichtman.
Did we seriously? So 2 of the trials are just vigor, apparently. Oh, that was an easy trial. Do we get to be king now?
They're tear to mad on Olmanawi.
I really did!
I congratulate
Okay.
you for passing the trial. Enter.
So I guess that was the, like, guaranteed you're gonna fight a, there's like an almost unavoidable. I was about to say unavoidable, I avoided it. Guardian there.
And so you have returned. Can you tell me what the seal deep within the cavern brings into your mind?
A face in the mountain of Tirfredi.
Then you have seen the true face of the island when looking into her waters. And the island has seen inside you. You sent the beasts into a deep sleep. That was very clever. Another before you did
Yeah.
the same. In choosing the path of silence, you avoided confronting the Dosantats. You choose to trust the way of rules and wisdom. It is a difficult path, but it carries generous fruit. The island has seen your intelligence and also your compassion. The friendship of Katasach towards you no longer surprises me.
Am I authorized to encounter Enor Milfrictamen now? To present him with my request?
If the High King agrees, yes.
Ah,
We
okay, he has to
shall not
find the
oppose
High
that
King now.
decision. Only a High King or High Queen is allowed to open the sanctuary. I warned you.
Hey, that's good.
Your
That means there's more
voyage
story.
is far from over.
I suppose that I'm going to need to convince them as well. Where can I find them?
I do not know. And I believe that it may be another trial on your path to find the one you seek.
Okay.
Is he hiding? Has he been captured?
He disappeared several months ago. Since then we have not heard from him. He was worried about the Renaigse. The last people to have seen him, I'm told, were the most important chiefs of the clans here at the council. There was Deirdre, Blacknid, Ulan, and Dunkas.
My mother, alas, can tell us nothing.
I've met the others.
Yes. I heard about your loss, Siora. And divorced Tirce. Mourning is a difficult time to pass.
And divorced Tirce. Thank you, Glinda.
Deirdre is the Mal of the clan of the Storm
Yeah, I've met her.
Warriors. You will find her in the village of Vedlog.
I've already met her. She sent me to confront a guardian.
That sounds like her. Ulan is the Mal of the village
I've
of
met him
Vidamri,
too.
near the coast. It is said that he welcomes the Renaigse. As for Dunkas, he leads the Vigigidor. He is the chief of the Earth Healers. His village is not very far from the Didekid and Nadagais.
Very well. I will go and see them. Try to find this High King. Thank you, Glenda.
Kwa'awalam said, I hope that you will find him.
Trial of the Waters complete. Waterproof achievement. Okay, that's a good name for an achievement. Okay, now do you guys have anything?
Karantz, I need to talk to
Oh! Yes! Finally! Okay, so it was that quest that unlocks it. I knew that one
I'm listening,
story quest
Siora.
unlocks
you. Do
yours.
you remember the mine shakers in my village?
Yes. If I understand correctly, there was some kind of an agreement made with them.
Even though these priests would make good allies against the lions because they hate them as much as we do, my mother would never have traded the spirits of the people of the village in exchange for their help. And she would have wanted to be buried according to our rituals. She was deeply attached to our traditions.
So you think that they're lying?
Yes. And you understand these Renaigse better than I do. But I see that you are already busy with something else. So could you come back once you have time? Anything else?
Oh, okay, so I have to...
I must leave you. See you later.
So Siora's quest. Side quest. I'm guessing I have to complete this. So you can only have one companion quest active at a time, which is noteworthy. How the fuck do I get there? Ah, there we go. It'll be that path. So we need to go back to Kretinau, or whatever it's called. Okay, I keep wanting to say Cartano, but I know it's not Cartano, because Cartano is in Final Fantasy XIV. Which is still pretty fun. full credit. I'm enjoying it. I'm so far. Last time I did anything in that game, I was told something very funny just happened. I was talking to someone who was this like seems to be this adorable, sweet little character who were about to do something really serious, and then she goes, "Okay, the way to prep you for doing this really dangerous task is we're gonna go and eat." And then she basically just handed me a handful of intestines she was keeping in her pocket. It's like, I really like this character. Okay, this is apparently nothing. Okay. So we do this companion quest, then we immediately go and do Siora's. Because I want to do Siora's companion quest, damn it. Oh, hello.
If this savage spoke the truth, we'll be rich soon. I don't like the thought of staying here too long, though. In case our corpse's cousins turn up. Hey! What are you doing here?
We could ask you the same question.
Except we found this place first. The treasure is ours. So I suggest you disappear. Fast.
Listen, we didn't mean to bother you. We were only exploring the area. But perhaps you could tell us exactly what you're doing here.
You look like nobility, and we don't want any trouble. We also are explorers. We discover secret places.
You look like a noble. Shit!
Really? And you found one near here?
Yeah. We managed to convince a savage to talk to us. And he told us there's a holy cave not far from here. The kind of place where the natives hide their treasures. But be careful, eh? It's ours.
And how do you plan on entering this cave?
Well, with enough explosives, we'll eventually get through those roots blocking the entrance. It's only a matter of time.
I see. Very subtle. And the islander didn't tell you anything about this?
He didn't really have the time. And he didn't have a key on him. Just some bloody seeds. Anyway, now that you know what we're doing here, you'd better leave.
Listen,
I don't want to spend
worry you, but you are taking a big risk by staying around here. When the Islanders clan notice his disappearance, they will come for him. You can imagine what will happen then.
Yeah, you're not wrong. With the time it'll take to craft enough explosives, we may end up with a whole tribe after us. Never mind, guys. We're leaving. Fast!
It's like, oh fuck, we might have done the wrong thing.
At last, we made it here.
How do we get in?
Look around. There has to be a way.
That's just gonna be the altar, isn't it?
This stone and this door remind me of the place where the Tierna Kadactus went into hiding.
You're right. We'll probably have to use a seed here as well.
No, convenient.
But we don't know which.
Here is my offering to the Cave of Knowledge.
Place.
There. Place the seed on the stone.
Sure. Places here do nothing, so you'll back out. You You could just, you know, not do the quest. So, what we got down here then? Anything interesting? Okay. We just rushed at a wall and blew it up. Oh, I just realised you're guaranteed to have one science going through this part. Because I believe she gives you science as her upgrade. And you're required to have her with you for this. Well, maybe you are actually gonna... Maybe that is a secret. No shit. Excuse me, sir. Air. So that was the other option. We would basically blow our way through. Fair enough. That'd be why it freaked out when we got close to that part, because you're not supposed to blow the wall up from the inside.
It seems like this painting depicts some kind of ritual.
Yes. The character at the center is pouring blood on a stone, and one of these giant creatures that the natives call Nardides is present.
The location looks like the stone circle where we met the two young natives.
Okay.
The character has changed. He now resembles an Onol Manawi.
You're right. They even depict his bond to the forest. Someone's coming. Let's hide. If anyone finds us here, we're sure to lose the trust of the islanders. Where are you going? We must leave before they discover our presence. Someone's coming. Let's hide. If anyone finds us here, we're sure to...
Oh, we're supposed to go up there. Gotcha. Spy on young people. I'm assuming we're supposed to go over here. Yeah, there they are. You doing anything, or...? I was supposed to specifically get to this one.
Esku halen.
Hey! No idea what they're saying.
Mach, es voglen daigan ni dau. A yigi dames e tier komele.
Kair to, Morian. Ages radai da radi dau em tair ger began.
Kau den nes greta komole. Nas oltargotu. Vrek tetet mad advat. Abud antadabon me en ekekam. No adaholik.
The fuck did did I just say? Do we get to understand the language of the natives at any point? Oh, that's where we have to blow our way out. Okay.
The paintings in the cave were magnificent and have taught us so much. It is obvious that they depict the bonding ritual and its consequences. It is by pouring their blood on the raised stones that the natives become metamorphs.
I'm not really sure if I follow you.
And yet it's clear to see. The islanders think that their ritual has magic consequences, but there must be some sort of contamination in their blood as they pour it. The only way to verify this theory is to attend a full ritual. We must attend Yewan's.
How will we know when it takes place?
Dunkus said it would take place after the young people visited the cave, and they will most likely need some preparation. We should go to the Holy Circle of Kurganau tomorrow. What do you say? Will you come with me?
Fuck.
Very well. I hope that Dunkus will not be too angry after seeing us there.
Let's take some time to rest, and then we'll go back to the place where we met.
Oh. Wait one day and go to the trial.
Karans, I want to understand this story about the promise made to the
Hey!
priests.
Do we get to do this?
I am certain that they lied. You understand the Renaigse better than I do. But
God damn
I
it!
see that you are already anything else.
I must leave you.
So I have to finish this quest line. I guess it's like one after one after one.
Desade, I'm happy to see you.
Good.
Can I do anything for you?
Screw about. No, alright, nothing.
I must leave you.
Okay. We actually are in the right place, because this is Kurganau, isn't it? Almost set in stone. Linking ritual. It literally is wait 24 hours, basically, is the main thing for it. Which we can just wait 24 hours. And it's done. Cool. So it was literally just... If we're a little late, it's fine, basically. Okay.
You again. Your curiosity is truly unquenchable.
Forgive our intrusion, Dunkus. But I really want to attend Yewan's ritual. I have learned a lot thanks to you, but I still have so much left to understand.
If you were one of ours, Alpha, I would be flattered to have such an inquisitive and resolute apprentice. You can attend the ritual, but promise me that you will be discreet. No Renaigse ever had this honor before.
We will do everything in our power to prove ourselves worthy of your trust.
That's how I know Dunkus. I was gonna say, I'm certain I know Dunkus. Such members of the clan. Morian? Hi.
How are you? You must be feeling impatient.
Impatient, yes, and a little bit afraid as
Hey,
well.
hope you guys do well.
It's only natural to be afraid, year one. It's a new life starting for you. But I will be by your side, now and forever.
No. I may sweet. The hell are you guys?
Times really must have changed for some Renaigse to attend our rituals. These are very different from the others. Their leader is an Onal Menawi after all.
I know I look like them, but I'm not one of them.
You may not be bonded, but your parents must have been.
Fair
You
enough.
should be proud and happy about it. It is probably thanks to your bond that Dunkas has accepted your presence.
Cool. And then there's Dunkas. Dunkas is a pretty good call.
You look preoccupied.
Our people have suffered many lions attacks, often during rituals. In some villages, all the young Sinal Manawi were abducted. You seem different from the other Zafra, but I can't help worrying.
I have nothing to do with these attacks, Dunkas, I swear.
I believe you. Otherwise, you would not
Yeah.
be here with us. But I hope that your brothers will not be there in the shadows, ready to pounce on our children.
Okay, that's not a red flag at all. The aids. Getting position, which is basically just gonna be. Oh. She's gonna turn into a guardian. Would be my bet. But that's the whole point, isn't it? He pulled the knife from nowhere. That's a very nice knife. I was expecting like one of the stone blades, but no, proper one. From a metal knife. It is cleaner. The fuck are you? Oh, got any of the planes.
You are an Onol Manawi now, Yawan.
Hey, congrats.
And soon you will heal the earth by our sides. Like a real Doniga.
Thank you, Dunkas. I feel so proud.
I am so happy that we can be Voglendaiga together at last.
What about you, Afra? Did you find
That was
the
interesting.
answers you were looking for?
It's strange. I didn't exactly understand what happened, but I am moved.
Some events must be understood with the heart, not the head.
It seems like you are right, Dunkas.
We are under attack.
What?
Grab the young metamorph. The others don't matter. Don't let them take you now.
They won't touch you. Decide we have to protect them.
You can count on me.
Close to is Richnestiri.
Mighty parry with that Axios, dude. But my hammer's still stronger. This might be excessive against this poor bastard. Ooh, another two-handed wielder. You're mine. Ow. Oh, I'm dead. That hurt. I'm assuming there was a quick save there. Oh, no, never mind. Yeah, we can skip the cutscene this time. Backspace.
You are an Onolmanawi now.
Thank you, Dunk.
Boy,
What about
it's strange.
this son?
It seems like
We
Grab the young metamorph.
Here, Tosida. The Lions want to take our children.
they won't touch you. Desade, we have to protect them.
You can count on me.
That worked.
Your curiosity, Afra, has saved lives. If it weren't for you, people from my village would
Sure, it
have
was
been
her.
abducted or killed.
That was actually
I
tough
am
fight.
infinitely grateful, especially considering that fighting against your brothers could not have been easy.
Indeed. These people were brutes. They had it coming. However, you don't know how right you are, Dunkus. I recognize some of these men.
Really? Did they belong to the governor's court?
No. They worked for my former master, Dr. Asili. I was his student for a long time before I realized that this man's methods
Yeah, that's a
were
good sign.
questionable. He was so obsessed with his goals that he became cruel. But I can't believe he'd go as far as abducting
I
people
can.
for his experiments.
You think that the Onol Manawi are used for experiments?
Now that I have seen these soldiers, I am certain of it. And I'm afraid they may suffer atrocious treatment under the guise of scientific progress. I am so ashamed.
Come now, shame serves no purpose. And you are proof that the lions are not all the same.
Thank you, Dunkus. And thank you, Desade. You opened my eyes.
Aw, good. Okay, now we can talk to Sierra.
Karans, I want to understand this story. You understand? Will you investigate this matter with me?
Yes.
Of course. Let's go.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I want to do Sierra's quest line because, one, I want to get the upgrades she gets me. Also, I find her my favourite companion, which is always a good start. Interesting that you have to do one companion quest line at a time. You can't just have them all enabled. These things are brutal.
Watch out! Grenade!
No amount of armor will help against this. was close. Those things are mean. I'm really sad they don't give you unique drops, because those things are powerhouses. They'd be a really cool one to give like a unique kind of armor. Or something. Well, there must be like an appropriate level. They've got to be some of the nastier creatures on the island, those things. Like, I haven't had as much trouble with nearly anything. Oh. Than I've had with those. Oh. I'm really curious if you don't do any side quests, what level you end up at the end of the game. That's a point. Do I have any voice lines and stuff?
Karans, do you need something?
Nope.
I must leave you. See you later.
Hello, my child. What a pleasure
I
to
don't
see
trust
someone
this guy.
come to us with such eagerness. Do you want to hear the word of Saint Matthias and come into the light?
Not really, Father. My name is Nisade.
No.
I'm the legate of the merchant congregation.
Nice to meet you, Your Excellency. What can we do for you?
I don't trust any of you.
We would like to know more about the agreement you supposedly sealed with Bladnid.
I do not see how our agreement concerns the congregation. But since you are asking us, we swore to provide this village with all our support in their fight against the Alliance.
In exchange, its inhabitants will have to renounce their pagan cult and turn towards the light.
My mother would never have made such an agreement. She's the one who encouraged me to become a Donegad.
The Queen had understood that the light was the only true path, even if she was attached to traditions. It is for this reason that we have accepted to seal our agreement according to your own rituals.
She had an engraver come to Val Ristal. He carved your strange symbols in the stone.
I do not believe a single word of this. You, the people of the light, are nothing but liars.
You would do well to hold your tongue, young lady. This village is now under our spiritual authority.
By not respecting us, you are committing blasphemy. And blasphemy is a crime that we punish severely.
Because you think that you can administer justice here. I am the daughter of Bladnid, and you are...
Siora, let's not get into another battle and make new enemies. Let's go find this stone.
That is an excellent idea. Then you will see that we are telling the truth.
I don't believe you at all. Yeah, they are totally bullshit.
Karans, do you need something?
No.
I must leave you. See you later.
Yeah, I absolutely do not believe a word they're saying. They're throwing their weight around too much for this to be true. Oh yeah, this was the place where there was the devil deer looking thing. I remember this spot. There he is. That looks like a four-legged devil Joe to me. Oh, but he's a lot smaller than a devil Joe, but still. Yeah. We actually have the... I'll do that after. I'll do that later. I want to get these quests done because I am interested. Oh, these are the poisonous ones. Yeah, anyone else? Apparently so. Some fairly small damage increases, and I'll be able to one-shot these things. Yeah, so they're going, oh yeah, we sealed it in the stones up here. There's gonna not at all be like some assassin coming to try and kill me or something like that. Oh, Bridge Alliance members. I didn't expect it was. I just got an achievement. Maybe they were just brigands, actually. Ooh, ammo! Yes. Oh, I leveled. What was the Deceitful achievement for? Do 200 damage with traps. I'm guessing, then, that my companion's damage counts towards my own damage. Because I haven't used a trap yet. Also, I'm level 26 now. We need 2 points to get Shield of Enlightenment, so... that's what we're saving for. I just realised, we get 2 levels in science. Talents... we do get 2 levels in science. Or we get an extra level in science, at least. Because she likes us. Here's the assassins.
Kill these blue bloods! Grenade!
Props to you for blocking that bullet. Yeah.
Here's the stone we were looking for. It is destroyed. We can no longer decipher the symbols. Strange, isn't it?
Yeah.
This stone was damaged on purpose. We will never know the precise terms of the agreement.
There may be a way. Promises in stone are a very ancient tradition. Those who want to make these agreements must turn to a keeper of promises. An artisan who makes the stones speak. There are but a few. We did not have one in our village before Karadek's arrival. He must be the one who engraved this stone.
I thought you could not write.
The Donegada have a secret writing that the keepers of promises always learn. Those who want to seal a promise tell them to write, and they take care of it.
Okay. Also, camp over here. I don't know if we already have this one. We did. Got it. Talk to the Keeper of Promises. So I guess I've just realised, I'm just remembering a lot of the cutscenes where we're wielding a pistol. I guess in the canon of the game, we're like a gunslinger kind of character. We are a fucking beast. Old flint revolver. I mean, I'll take it because it's a really rare drop. So, I am amazed that people haven't come to deal with these bodies yet. Ah, video games. It's like, it's been a while. I mean, even in game time, it's been like, what, 2 or 3 weeks? Minimum? And that's strictly in time we've spent in the game. That sword hurts. I'm happy she's on our side. Oh, this is that freaking corner, isn't it? Yeah, I knew it. I remember this corner. I got stuck here so many times. We need to find some max tier armor. Because we actually have the endurance to wear any... We literally have endurance enough to wear any armor in the game. So I need to get some really good armor. I wonder if Siora's damage counts as magical. Because I think there'll probably be an achievement for dealing damage with magic as well. I'm kind of sad that Siora can't use all the stuff that she does in the cutscenes, though. Like all the huge root hands and things. That would be totally overpowered, though. Also, I've definitely been playing Dark Souls recently, and I can tell because I keep seeing all those little piles of leaves and thinking it's a bonfire. I may have been playing too much Dark Souls recently. What can I say? It's a good game. I'm a huge Dark Souls fan. Love the gameplay, love the game. I'll probably not... Unless I get, like, really good at it, or I'm playing through with a friend, I probably won't really play much Souls-likes on stream. Because I found I need to really... I'm not, like, good enough at Souls-likes to just easily, like, breeze through them. I need to actually concentrate on them, and that is really not entertaining to watch me just go, Because I'll go into concentrate mode, and I don't die too often in Souls-likes. Apart from in any section that requires platforming. I'm looking at you, Sense Fortress. I am still fairly confident that I've played a good chunk of Dark Souls 3. I've played all of Code Vein, which isn't a Souls game, but it's a Souls-like. Oh.
Strange. It looks like no one's there, but the door's left open.
Yeah, I played the entirety of Dark Souls 1, a good chunk of 3, and I'm going to play through. I'm properly actually having to sit down and playing through 3 at the moment. I played the entirety of Code Vein, and I still think I died more times in Fortress than in every game combined. Otherwise, every single death in every other character. And I've beaten every boss bar a couple in 1. I beat all the harder bosses, like the only ones I didn't fight were Gwendolyn, who's apparently not that difficult, and Priscilla.
Empty. Everything is broken and turned upside down.
because I just didn't want to actually fight those.
A
Two.
sculpted engraved stone.
Oh.
What happened here?
It seems like there was a fight. Everything is scattered around.
This workshop was purposely devastated.
The owner must have left in a hurry, taking a few things and destroying the rest.
Unless someone else did this. We must find Karadeg.
Do you know where he might be?
This engraved stone bears the mark of Baraeg Nodas, Donkas's clan. Do you remember him?
Yeah.
Karadeg originally belonged to this clan. He may have returned.
Let's go to Vigigador, and we'll find out.
My character sounded like he just had a very, very bad headache when he said that. Yeah, they're just over there. So thank fuck that these villagers each have one of those travel stones in them, or I believe they do at least. Yeah. So I don't have to walk the whole way. Fast travel, one of the greatest things ever invented in video game history. That and being able to save infinity times. Hey, Dunkus.
What brings you here on Manawi?
It's about the Promise Keeper.
We're looking for Karadeg, the Keeper of Promises.
Did he come back to your village?
He did come, and then he left. We could not take him back.
Seems like so.
Did you exile him? Why?
He is the one who left. He disagreed with our stance on the Renaigse. He thought that we should be fighting them, throwing them back to the sea. This is why he joined the Gaesrad. And I did not want him to return if it meant that he would bring his hatred with him.
Okay. Talk about Ingrid's current
Do
location.
you know where he might have gone?
He feared someone or something, and he wanted to hide. He must have left for the woods, south of here. He knows the area well.
Okay.
Is there anything else?
No, I think we're good.
I must leave. Goodbye, Dunkus.
Qua awalum say.
Okay. Very convenient that this quest is all in this area, but I suppose it makes sense. I didn't actually realise that Dunkus's village was this close. Oh yeah, there's the UK.
Oi! Do you want to trade?
Sure. Can sell that. Can sell that. Sell. We just got a lot of money from selling whatever that was. Oh yeah, we did beat another Forest Guardian, didn't we? I forgot about that. Yeah, we just got a shitload of cash. Oh no, other way. He's being hunted by the Teleme people, obviously. I really hope this pisses off the Teleme more, because I want them to be more mad at me than they are, because it's funny to me.
It is Karadeg. He's over there.
Hi there.
Siora,
Bertir to mad, Donegad. What are you doing with these strangers?
These strangers are my friends, Karadeg. You can speak in front of them without fear.
What do you want?
A role in keeping promises.
Tell me about your role as Keeper of Promises. What does it consist of?
Most words must be free and able to fly like birdsong. But some words must survive those who utter them. So they call on the Keepers of Promises.
Makes sense.
Those who want to become one must win the trust of the Donegada and prove their wisdom. Then they teach us the words of stone. And when someone wants to seal a promise, we offer them those words.
So you're a kind of cleric. Thank you, Karadeg.
Do you want to know anything else?
Yeah, how do you help you out of this bad situation?
We would like to ask you about a stone you supposedly engraved.
It is the stone of the Renaigse, isn't it? I should never have accepted to seal such a promise. I did not like them, but I could not refuse to fulfill my duty. Not when Bladnid was demanding it. And now that she is no longer with us, these Monasinaiga are chasing me.
It is because you are the last person to know what was engraved on it. The stone has been destroyed.
I kept the piece of tree bark in which I prepared the glyphs. All the details are there.
With this tree bark, we could verify what my mother promised. Can you give it to us?
No, Donegad. I do not mean to disrespect you, but I will not. Renaigse only bring us trouble, and you come with them. They will disappoint you just like they disappointed your mother. I do not want to deal with them ever again. They threaten my life, and because of them, I am forced to hide here.
Offer him to join the rebels. I'm not gonna do that.
Since you want to chase the Renaigse away, and since you want protection, why don't you join the rebels? We could indicate the location of one of their camps for you.
The rebels?
The Donea Exregao. They fight the Renaigse, and they accept people from all clans.
They're the Thunder Warriors,
I
right?
have heard about them, but I didn't know where to find them.
We could help you join them, but we need this tree bark. It's the only way to prove that the priests lied.
In that case...
It's like, oh wait, you wanted to say that they're full of shit? Yeah, I'm on your side.
To chase these Renaigse away, Donegad. And I did not think I would say this one day. But thank you, Renaigse.
What do these glyphs say?
That we will assist the priests in their war against the lions. And they must help us in return. There is nothing about the spirits of the people of the village, or renouncing our traditions. I knew they were lying.
Of course they were.
Let's show this to Isilde.
Also, that is an amazingly useful ability, just teleport back. Right, you pieces of shit. I'm gonna smash your fucking heads in. I had to show it to Isilde first, I'm assuming. Confront missionaries. Stop, show it to Isilde first.
Siora, Asir, always with your new friends. Bertir to Isilde, I'm happy to see you. What do you want?
Oh. Talk about the agreement.
Isilde, about this pact your mother supposedly made with the priests.
Yes. Did you find
yeah.
anything new?
They're talking shit.
We went to Falristel to see the stone.
Were you able to read it, Siora? No, because it was destroyed by someone. I am certain that the priests did it to protect their lies. You're probably right, but for as long as we cannot prove it.
We retrieved the piece
Yep,
of tree
we
bark
can.
that Karadeg used as a model.
Siora, what's written on it? Mother promised to help them against the lions, and they promised to help us in return. There's nothing mentioned about them settling here, and even less about them being entitled to the spirits of the people of our village. So they lied. They mocked us, and insulted the memory of our mother. I think it's high time they left. Don't you agree? I think so too. Come on, let's go. You lied to us. You took us for gullible children. Leave this village at once. You will never be welcome here again.
But if you want our help with the Alliance, your people must convert to the light.
By lying, you have insulted the memory of the Queen. The entire village will be happy to make you pay for your affront if they hear about it. You do well to leave before having to face their wrath.
We are not here to shed blood.
Very well, we're leaving. But we will not forget your role in this matter, Your Excellency.
Yay! They pissed me out. They got pissed off at me.
I did not think they would leave of their own accord. Thank you, Anol Manawi. Thanks to you, we managed to chase away these lawyers. And we will be able to perform our rituals and give our mother back to the earth. Yes. Thank you. Our village is in your debt. Siora, I will need you for the ritual. Will you help me? Of course, Asir. Karans, do you need something?
How did you know that those missionaries were lying? After all, given the situation, your mother could have wanted to form an alliance.
I knew my mother well. We were close. She would never have renounced her beliefs to forge an alliance.
Seems logical.
I think I understand. Your island, your culture, and your faith are so closely tied that you cannot renounce one without renouncing the others.
Exactly. The earth talks to us because we believe in it, in its spirits. Without these beliefs, we would be but empty shells. Our mother would never have wanted that for us. I am happy to see that you understand us so well. Anything else?
Oh, that got really good.
I must leave you. See you later.
Okay, I'm gonna see if I can get to a point where I can actually talk to her. It will just show me my own
Karans,
back.
do you need something?
Why are you and your sister so different?
If you're talking about physical differences, they're linked to the fact that Iseld is not Onol Manawi. When we were little, we were perfectly identical. But our tempers were always different.
What kind of child were you?
I suppose I was very curious and studious. I loved when our father taught me the name of some plants and how they could be used.
Then you haven't changed. Isn't it out of the same curiosity that you chose to follow me?
At first, perhaps. But the more I know you, the more I find other reasons to stay with you. Anything else?
Aww.
I must leave you. See you later.
Yay, Siora likes me. Okay. I'm actually curious, what... is there a trigger for her last quest? Because I know there's 3 quests per person. Let's check. Okay, it's just wait 24 hours. Okay, I can do that. Yeah, I think I will do that, in fact. I want to get this quest line done. There is a camp, yeah. Till dawn. Okay, apparently I've waited 24 hours, so now the quest should be active.
Karans, do you need something?
Oh,
I
apparently
must
not.
leave you. See you later.
Interesting.
Karans, do you need something?
I must leave you. See you later.
Oh, maybe I have to talk to her about her dad first.
Karans,
Again.
do you need
She didn't have
something?
anything to say last time, but...
I've never heard you talk about your father. Who was...
He was the Domegad of our clan, but this man...
What happened to him?
He was killed as he tried to escape the lions who wanted to cap. My mother never really recovered. Anything else?
No.
I must leave you. See you later.
Karans, do you need something?
God damn it!
I must leave you.
It's lying to me.
See you later.
It says wait 24 hours. Don't warn me about GreedFall. I haven't found anything about this about it bugging out, so...
Karans, do you need something?
I must leave you. See you later.
I need to be something around. That does a lot of damage. Holy shit, that was a big shot. Thankfully their poison's pretty mild. Okay, Siora.
Karans, do you need something?
Maybe have I not waited 24 hours somehow?
See you later.
I've waited like 23. I'll wait a fucking another day. Screw it.
Karans, do you need something?
Yeah, apparently
I
not.
must leave you.
Karans, do you need something?
I must leave you. See you later.
Did my Twitch just crash? My actual Twitch crashed. Which is interesting. Is everything okay? Okay, seems to be... Oh my god, what the hell?
The fuck just happened?
Something broke. We okay now? Okay, my capture is appearing to be working. Just watch to make sure that everything is currently working fine. Seems a little laggy. Okay, I think it's fixed. That was bizarre. I have no idea what just happened. Yeah, I can't see anything on how to start it. He'll just go travel somewhere. God damn it. I'll just travel somewhere and hope that it'll just trigger. I nearly one-shot that thing. Heavy weapons are so freaking powerful in this game. Well, it's more the two-handed weapons.
Karans, could you help me once
Yes,
more?
there we go. Okay.
What is it?
I must prepare the ritual for our mother's funeral, and I think that I will need your help.
But your sister will be there. Surely you'd rather be together.
For the ritual, yes, it will only be the two of us. But before that, your support would be a great help. Will you come with me?
Yes.
Of course. I'd be happy to be by your side. Let's go.
Karans, do you need something?
This is talk about mother's funeral. Okay, so it's not yet. Yeah, so I just had to leave the area. It was apparently bugging out. That's a new bug, though. I don't think no one's reported that one. I guess it's because it's such an easy fix. It's like, oh yeah, no one reported this bug because it's just leave and come back. Hi.
Siora, Asir. Always with your new friends. Bertir to Madiseld. I'm happy to see you. What do you want?
Talk about the Queen's funeral.
I'm only here to accompany Siora.
I came to give our mother back to the earth, Iselt. It is high time we did, I know. Performing the ritual might help me feel less empty. Iselt, I miss her too. Did you go to Vasrigan? No. Preparing the place is the role of the Donegada. I was afraid I would not do things properly.
No. Go to the Timoleons with Siora. I wonder if I've been there already. I've explored this area quite a bit, if memory serves. In like the first couple episodes. fuck? Oh, okay.
Karans, do you need something?
I must leave you.
So close to the one shot. I think you get some damage increase when you level up as well, so maybe one more level will actually do the one shot too. I want to get a new weapon. Where the fuck do I go? It was searching the wrong quest. Damn it! Oh wait a minute, that's the wrong quest as well, isn't it? Yeah, it is. Quest. Queen's Farewell. It is going to Timothy's. I was on the right quest. Where is he? Where is it? Oh, it's that place. I have been there, I think. I think I got my ass kicked over there. I think it's through there. I went the wrong fucking way to begin with, didn't I? Let's turn around. No, go back to the map. I'm pressing the wrong button, that'll be why. It's apparently up that way. Can I just climb this? I can't, can I? Yeah, this game doesn't let you Skyrim up walls, sadly. I seem to remember saying that before as well. But it's just that there's a different pathway that I'm missing. So is there an exit through there, it seems to say? Yeah, there it is. It's a really obvious one too. Don't worry guys, I'm just completely oblivious. We'll finish Siora's quest tonight. And then we shall call it the... Unless, you know, finishing Siora's quest triggers some, like, insane chain of events. But the character quest doesn't seem to do that. Oh, that's why they say to actually protect her. by comparison. Basically, it's because she doesn't shoot if an enemy keeps hitting her in melee. She only starts kicking, and kicking doesn't do a ton of damage. Because going, well, she seems to do pretty well up close and like there, but she doesn't do a lot of damage. That's why she performs best.
We are approaching Vasriba. This is where I will perform the ritual. This burial mound has been the final resting place of our queens for generations. It must be prepared before we can start the ritual.
Okay. Hammer down. I have a lot of crafting materials. I probably could just skip all of them from now on. Yeah,
Normally, you would hear the birds singing in this place.
What do you mean?
You think intruders would risk coming here?
There. Hemlands. This is not their natural habitat at all. We cannot leave them here, so close to the burial mound.
I was fucking right, by the way. When I came here earlier, I came here for... I don't remember why. I think it was just there's loot over here. And I was exploring. I thought this was the first time I encountered Tenlands, and they kicked the shit out of me. It turns out it's because I'm much too low level. Not so bad as soon as you crack the armor. It's why I need the armor spell, because when I get the armor spell, I won't have to use my heal.
What they are doing in this area. You never see any around here. They must have nested in the shadow of the burial mound.
In that case, we have no choice but to destroy their nests. Otherwise, they'll just keep coming back.
You are right. We cannot let these carnivores roam so close to my mother's remains.
I didn't actually realize Tenlands were carnivores. I guess it makes sense, like big, stompy reptile things. I mean, it was like a turtle lizard the size of a Rottweiler. It probably makes sense that they'd be carnivorous. If this was the pack that beat the shit out of me from reserves. Thanks, Yara. We're getting through him. Go on Alpha, of course. The increased attack speed combined with the yeah, basically the increased attack speed with the heavy weapon is insane. Well, there's one down. Yeah, very sure that's the set that kicked my ass. So there's another one probably on the other side. Hope there's not quite as many the horned ones. I don't know what the name of the horned ones were. Oh, these got some bronzes by the look of it. Oh no, these are just ordinary Tenlons. Oh no, there's a bronze. Now that I know that there's going to be an Apex spawning, I don't feel quite as bad. Hammer down. These are really hard to stagger. Tenlons are possibly the most annoying enemy in this game. Just they're so tough. There's him down. Oh, we actually beat it. These things are so irritating.
These beasts will no longer trouble the peace of our queen. All we have to do now is to take care of the ceremony.
Yeah, I'm very happy that turns out this is supposed to be a really late game quest, because I fought these things early on in the game, these particular groups, and I got annihilated. But it's not too bad, we were actually leveled up a lot and in much better equipment. I think I still had one-handed weapons.
Is there anything else to prepare?
Of course. We will need some sensors crafted especially for the ritual.
Where can we find them?
It would be ideal if we could craft them ourselves, but otherwise the village artisan probably sells them. And I will also need some mortuary lotion. I will have to coat my mother's
That I'll
body
need to
with it
buy,
before
'cause I
giving
saw
it
that in the
back to
shop.
the earth. I will give you a list of all the ingredients because we will have to prepare it ourselves.
Okay, never mind.
The merchants
Oh, and I
will
saw it on
sell
the
it.
other list.
Once we have gathered these last items, then Isolde and I will be able to perform the ritual. I thank you for being by my side and helping me the way you are. It means a lot to me.
Don't mention it, Siora.
No. Oh, we actually got mortuary lotion, okay. And acquire the sensors. So the sensors I'm going to need to make. So, if I can find a crafting table. Is there a camp nearby? That's not close. Shit. Yeah, the closest one is probably that one. Why can't we just be a walking crafting table? I don't remember when I got more tree lotion. I must have made it at some point going, oh, it's a quest time, I'll probably need this. 'Cause I do remember seeing it. up here. I'm willing to bet that the poison enemies are real assholes for anyone who doesn't play like super tanky. Because they do a lot of damage. Like the actual enemy bite damage, basically nothing. Poison, that fucking hurts. I guess you really should spec a lot of poison resist if you don't have a lot of health. I think I've got what, 500 extra health, so I'm like a third more health than most people. I have to say, I'm looking forward to getting some agility levels after I max out my strength. Because I get agility levels, I'll be able to... it'll just massively start increasing my damage. Like, every stat upgrade will basically be just damage boost, damage boost, damage boost. Oh, no. Crafting table. In case we need sensors. Crafting level 1. That's easy enough. Where's my blacksmith gloves? Oh yeah, I forgot I had some warriors gauntlets. Don't worry, I'll just put these fire easily enough. I believe I needed 2.
We have all that we need. Let's go back to the burial mound to put everything in place.
Oh shit, we should have done that. Oh, got sent a message. Who's messaging me? Ah, it's a friend's stream announcement. I'm impressed by the tenacity of the fire in this area. Oh, there are bears here. Yeah, I'm gonna get a lot more damage as soon as my agility starts stacking. I think it'll increase my damage if I don't finish the game before maxing it out. I think it'll increase my damage by essentially 50% at max, which is kind of insane. I'm kind of surprised. I guess it sort of makes sense that agility is the melee damage stat. I guess. Because it's like hitting precisely, I think is what they're going with, rather than with raw power. Because in this game, like, the raw power is cracking armor. Though again, weird yeah, because as a strength build, you're essentially relying on the weapon's decent innate damage. And the fact that nothing essentially is going to stop you from dealing the damage. I think with a proper warrior-y build, you're supposed to go, like, endurance, strength, and agility, like, in equal measure. I don't think you're supposed to power line strength. Just strength and endurance, so you can wield the best equipment. My always thought on it is this. You get the base stats that you want to be able to use. The biggest priority in a game that has, like, equipment has a restriction of, like, X amount of strength, X amount of dex, that kind of stuff. You see the weapon that you want to use, and you immediately get the minimum stats to use it, and then you go about like min-maxing after that. It's like that's the key point for me. Because I've always basically gone after you've got the minimum stats you need to wield the weapon. Now, I have no idea, but the weapon that I want to wield in this game is just a weapon that has a strength requirement of 5. Because they're gonna be monstrous, I can already guess. Because they've got such a heavy investment to use them, they've got to be good, right? Actually, I'm curious as to what is considered like the best quotation marks, heavy quotation marks, weapon to use in the game. Like, there's gotta be one, right? Like, is strength actually considered really good? Is like, is it like, oh yeah, swords are just amazing? Oh, well, I am actually quite curious.
Here we are. It is on this stone altar that we will place the body of my mother. We must place a censer where her head will be, and another near her feet. And then you will have done everything you could to help me. And I am infinitely grateful for it. Your presence by my side means a lot to me. But only my sister and I can participate in the ceremony. This is how our ritual of the dead is performed. Do you understand?
I get you.
There. Everything is in place. Thanks again, Honor Manawi. My sister should be joining me soon. You should wait outside.
Sure.
Oh, these rituals are demanding.
Aww.
But they help us to say goodbye to those we love. You have been a true friend. A Karans, accepting to help me the way you did. Thank you. I will never forget the kindness you displayed. Conforming to our customs and staying by my side.
It's only natural, Siora. I know what it feels like to lose someone who is dear to you.
We should go now. It is time to return to the living.
Queen's farewell.
Karans, do you need something?
What do you intend to do now? Will you become the Dunegad of your clan again?
I will most likely do it, but not now. I still have a lot to discover by your side.
You have a lot more to teach. Do you understand it? Yeah, I'm a nice guy, right?
I hope that you do not feel constrained to do so. I would completely understand if you had to go back to your people.
You are a noble-hearted man, and a true Honor Manawi. Do not worry. I'm not staying because I feel constrained to do so, but because I like being with you all. And especially with you. Anything else?
Yeah, I've got a good reputation boost.
I must leave you. See you later.
Karans, I am glad you came to talk to me. I have something to ask you.
I'm listening.
What do the women on your island do when they really like someone? Everything is so complicated where you come from.
In my culture, we do not talk about our feelings. Especially not amongst nobles. Marriages are arranged more often than not.
I knew it. Never mind. I'll do it my way. Your body and your soul are speaking with mine, Honor Manawi. And if you feel the same way, I would love to spend some time alone with you.
Yeah.
I would love that too. Meet me outside my room the next time we're at the house.
I will be there. Anything else?
Gotcha.
I must leave you. See you later.
So apparently romantic rendezvous. Fair enough. Should I do that now or should I do that next time? Hey, we're going a fair bit overboard on time now. So I think I'll do that next time. I'll be back in the town next time anyway, so we can do it then. Okay, so that's all I've got time for today. Yeah, I've got a bit over time on stream, but I thought you guys wouldn't mind that much, particularly with the freaking 20 minutes of technical difficulties I had at the start. Ugh. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the show. Have a fantastic evening and a fantastic weekend. Every single one of you, keep playing video games, keep being awesome. You guys are the best of us on Twitch. Yeah, I'll be back on Monday. As per usual, more near Autonoma. So I hope you guys look forward to that. And I'll see you guys then. Have a fantastic evening. And good night. Enjoy your weekends, guys. You guys are awesome.